Respected Madam and my dear friends, a glorious good morning to everyone. Myself, I am Swapna. I am from second year BCom CA. I am studying second year BCom CA at TTWRDC Khammam. So, today I am going to discuss about SQL commands. I hope you understand my topic. So, let us go through this topic. So, SQL command means these are nothing but structured query language. These are the commands which we are used in SQL commands. Okay. It is a structured query language. It is a standard language for accessing and manipulating the database. It is the standard language for accessing and manipulating the database. The main use of SQL is to access and manipulate the database. So, SQL commands are instructions. It is used to communicate with the database, and it is also used to perform specific tasks and functions and queries of the data. These commands are classified based on their nature. It means what type of data we are using, and it completely based on the user requirement. Different languages that are used in SQL commands are, there are different languages that we are using SQL commands. They are DDL, data definition language, DML means data manipulation language, DCL means data control language. So first we will take the introduction of data definition language. Okay. So what is the main use of data definition language? So this data definition language is used for defining and modifying the data and its structure. DDL changes the structure of table, like creating a table, deleting a table, altering a table. So all commands of DDL are auto committed. That means it permanently save all the changes in the database. So DDL, data definition language, these are auto committed, means they save permanently. So the main use of the data definition languages are that are used in the data definition language are used to defining and modifying the data as well as its structure, and also it is used to build and modify the structure of your table, and also other objects will be modified. So let us see what are the commands that we are used in data definition language. So commands that are used in data definition languages are create command, alter, drop and truncate. These 5 commands you call it as a data definition language. Why we call only these 5 commands as a data definition language? Because these commands are used to defining. So create is used to defining a table, and modifying the data and structure will be done by drop, alter, rename and truncate. So for that reason we call it as a data definition language. So data definition language has predefined syntax for describing the data. So let us discuss one by one commands. Okay. First of all, create command. Create command. It is used to creating object in the database. So it creates the fields in the data and record in the database, and also it create a new table, means it creating the fields in the data and record in the database, and also it create a new table. So in existing table it is used to add the object. At the same time it also creates a new table in the database. Let us see the syntax for this command, create command. So the syntax for the create command is create table, table name, column name 1, data type, column name 2, data type 2, and so on, column name n up to column name n, data type. Okay. So this is the syntax for the create command. In this create command, a structure is created in the database. So next, coming to drop, it is used to delete both the structure and a record stored in the stored in the table. Table will be exist, but the field will be removed. In the drop is one of the data definition language. It allows to remove entire database object from the data, so that data will be exist but the field will be removed. It delete the table it delete the table index or view. Whenever I use drop, it completely delete the information. So now let us see the syntax for this drop command. Syntax for the drop is drop table, table name. So this is the syntax for drop. Next, now let us see another command, that is alter command. It is used to alter the structure of the database. This change could be either to modify the characteristics of existing attribute or probably to add a new attribute. Means what is the use of this command is, this alter command allows or modify the structure of the data, and also it add additional columns and drop entire existing column and even change data type of column. So now let us look at the syntax. So the syntax for the alter is column name database, add column name data type. In this syntax, what I am doing, I am just adding the column name for a particular table. Okay. After coming to the next, truncate. Truncate means it is used to delete all the rows from the table and free the spaces contained in the table. This command does not generate any rollback. It means the main use of this command is it is used to delete all the rows that are present in the table permanently. So once you use the truncate command, you can't roll back that command. Okay. This command is same as delete, but truncate command does not generate any rollback, whereas delete can. So delete can roll back any item, but truncate will not. Okay. The syntax for the truncate command is truncate table, table name. So this is the syntax for truncate. Okay. So SQL is required for to create new database, table and views, to insert record in a database, to update record in a table, to delete record from a database, to retrieve data from a database. So after coming to now we are going to discuss about data manipulation language. So we will take an introduction of data manipulation language. Now let us see what is data manipulation language. Data manipulation language is a data manipulation language. It is a definition language. To define that language, you need to create a table like create, drop, alter, rename and truncate. Now what are the commands that we are used in data manipulation language? So data manipulation language commands are used to modify the database. It is responsible for all the forms of changes in the database. So the main use of data manipulation language for selecting, inserting, deleting and updating data in the database. To manipulate the database, you need to select or you need to insert or delete or update. Okay. It is used to retrieve and manipulate the data in a database. And one more thing is there, data manipulation language performs read-only query of the data. So this is about data manipulation language. Let us see what are the different commands that are used in data manipulation language. Okay. The one thing you have to remember for manipulation, we use select, insert, delete and update only in data manipulation language. So the commands are, here are some commands that comes under data manipulation language. They are select, insert, update and delete. So these four are called data manipulation language. Okay, first select. It is used to retrieve data from the database. In the select command, we use class. So the class that used in the select command. So the main use of the select command is, it is used to retrieve data from the database. In the select command, we use classes. So the classes that are used in the select command are where class, group by class, having class, order by, as. if you want to select any query, if you want to select a particular or record, you have to mention a condition. There you have to select, means from which condition has to be satisfied. So the select command will be some classes there which row to retrieve. So where class is used for which row to retrieve, and group by class is the group class will tell it is used to among the data into groups. So the having class will be required, it is used to select among defined by group by class. The order class is used for specifies the order, as class is required for rename the table. These are the different classes we are using while we select command. So let us see the syntax for the select command. Select command, the syntax is select star from table name. So means, so the star indicates all the rows are present in the table. Here in the syntax we have a star, it indicates that all the rows are present in the table. Okay, next command is insert command. The insert statement is a SQL query. It is used to insert data into the rows of table. It means it is used for inserting data into tables. You can add one or more records to any single table. You can add one or more records in a single table at the same time. Now let us see what is the syntax for this command. Syntax for this insert command is insert into table name, column name 1 data type, column name 2 data type, up to column name n data type. Okay, this is the syntax for insert command. Now let us see the next command, that is update command. This command is used to update or modify the value of the column in the table. Means we have seen that select command, insert command, and coming to the next data manipulation language command, that is update. So what this update command will do, it modify the record present in the existing table. So already the table was created and the values are also inserted. Suppose if you want to update suppose if you want to update the record for the existing table, you have to use the update command. So now let us see what is the syntax for this command, update command. The syntax for the update command is table name, set column name equal to value. So which table you have to update, the table you have to write here. Okay, and the fourth command in data manipulation language is delete command. Delete command, it is used to remove one or more rows from a table. What is the main use of delete command is, it is used to delete some or all record from the existing table. The delete command is used to delete only the record that are present in the table. So it delete all the records or only some. If the condition based on the condition, it delete only the some record or it delete the entire record in the table. Now look at the syntax for this delete command is delete from table name where condition. Okay, this is the syntax for delete command. And now we have advantages and disadvantages of DBMS. So the advantages, now we are going to look at some advantages and disadvantages of DBMS. The advantages of DBMS is improved data sharing, improved data security, better data integration, minimized data inconsistency, improved decision making. So these 5 are called as advantages of DBMS because improved data sharing means with the help of DBMS you can share your data with the multiple users at the same time, which is not possible in normal file system. Okay, next one is improved data security. Improved data security is nothing but when you allow your database to the shared with the multiple users, whether it is at same time or at same multiple times, and the classes of security becomes very high. So the DBMS system has many security measures that can be overcome any security if it is exist. So the next advantage of DBMS is better data integration. What DBMS does, those data in a organized manner, or you can say in a secular manner. The next one is minimize data inconsistency. It will delete all the multiple copies and it will be only single ones, removing your inconsistency. And the next one is improved decision making. Improved decision making is nothing but with the help of DBMS, you can acquire and analyze the database to take important decisions. So these all are the advantages of these all are the advantages of DBMS, and we have some disadvantages too. The disadvantages of DBMS are cost, staff training cost, frequent upgradation. Cost. First of all, look at the cost. The cost of DBMS is very high as compared to a normal file system, because these are so many advantages that security measures etc. Whether it is your hard work or software, the cost is very high. Staff training cost. Next one is staff training cost. In DBMS, you need a staff who have actually a knowledge that how to interact with the database, because every DBMS file system has a different way of communication, right? You will be needed to provide a staff. And the next one is frequent upgradation. This is generally for a bigger and larger organization. This DBMS provided a upgradation. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of DBMS. So thank you for giving this opportunity. I hope you guys understand my topic. Thank you.